I mean, it's exciting, man. It's just I don't look at it as like interviews. I mean, it's like you having a conversation with them. They're trying to get to know you, and you're trying to get to know them. So just taking everything one by one.
I think it's just been the chip I've had on my shoulder from my family. Coming from a first generation family like mine, we just always had a grit of just hard work, determination. My mom comes from Ivory Coast, which is West Africa, so it's not easy to come over here and start a whole new life, So I'm always up ready to go to work because I know my mom could do it. My family's doing it, so yeah, proud of it.
Kirby tells the story about how he pissed Brock off by blanketing him. Look at this little freshman coverage, Brock. Do you remember that day, and how much better did it make you to work against Brock Bowers?
Yeah, I think coming in as a freshman, they just came off the natty. I'm trying to find, where I fit, I come in, I'm trying to take a spot. I start at money linebacker in the down package. That's my first starting job, and I think the big reason why I got on the field is during camp, I beat him more than he beat me. And, he was the best tight end in the country, so they figured if I could cover him, I could cover anybody. And I think just going against him, just getting those reps, he's such a great player. The things he do is crazy. So just being able to compete against him really made me hone in my gift.
I believe with me, you're not just getting a safety. I'm a guy that have experience in the nickel position also. A guy that can come down, that can really basically do everything. And I feel like, like I said, you're not really just getting a deep field safety. You're getting a guy that can come down, play the nickel, really versatile, and then can also impact the game on special teams as well.
I mean, my story and just how I develop and how I learn about everything else, like the plays, different details, how press guy, this guy, like just little details about me.
How do you kind of balance as a corner being aggressive but also staying disciplined?
I think that really just comes from preparation. Me knowing what I might get here and knowing where my help is and what my technique is, that just helps me trust it and go make that play. It's times where you don't make the play, it's times where you do. So at corner, you got to be able to just trust it and trust yourself.
When a scout turns on your tape, what do you think jumps off the most? And conversely, do you think there's anything you weren't asked to do in college scheme-wise that you can still bring to the NFL level?
Yeah, I think obviously, like I said about my ball productivity, I think that's one thing that jumps off the tape. I mean, 9 interceptions and 18-plus PBUs, depending on the website you look at, in 2.5 years, I think is a pretty good stat line, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's what's, I hope that jumps off the film when they turn me on.
How confident are you in your man coverage, and are you looking forward to showing that on the field tomorrow?
I'm most definitely confident in zone and man. I did it. I played man in the slot. I played man even in our zone coverage. Our coverage 3, it was a match 3, we matched a lot of red lights, so that's how I had a lot of PBUs on red lights and things like that. But I'm most definitely confident in my ability. I'm the most efficient and the most consistent DB in just playing all 4 roles. I played dime, corner, safety, and nickel. So just having that in my bag and knowing that I could be moved around in adjustment and just to benefit anybody else's team, I know that'll help.
What's the point in your career you felt like you were like, hey, I've locked in how to use my frame, the fundamentals that I've been working on. You felt like you really put it together?
Yeah, I really feel like last year. Last year, I feel like it was really one of my probably best years on tape. QBs was throwing at me. He's a youngin, so they tried to try me and stuff like that. So I feel like really last year is when I'm like, okay, I've always knew I could make it to the next level, but you have to put the action in first. You have to show others that it can be done, and I feel like I did that last year.
Can you talk a little bit about how playing in a dominant conference like the SEC has really prepared you to take this next step?
Honestly, it prepares you mentally and physically. You're playing against a dog week in and week out, playing against NFL talent every week, having a strong mental going into the games, not letting any adversity during the game change the outcome, and that just helped shape me to the player I am today, ready to take on the NFL.
We had a guy like Brian Branch, a couple years ago, came and played nickel, could play both safety spots. Just how important is that in today's NFL? And maybe he's someone that you kind of looked at, watched it all.
Yeah, I definitely like to watch his film, man. He makes a lot of plays in the run, a lot of plays in the pass. I mean, he's a great player. And, I think, being as versatile as you can be is something, I learned when I got to Ohio State. I first played nickel, and then I played safety. So I think you gain value. Coach Wall always talked about, always bring value, bring different value. I mean, also, I block punts on special teams. So any way I could get on the field and try to, make an impact, that's what I'm willing to do.
I feel like for me, it helped me be who I am today. Not going D1 right out of high school, going JUCO. That's a place you learn your real purpose of why you're here. Do you really love football? If you guys ever been around a JUCO campus or seen one of those games, you'll understand that it's not a place you want to just mess around and have fun. You want to get in there. You want to get to work. Okay, you'll stay. You'll become into something. You'll blossom into something great after that. Jumping into Indiana State from JUCO was also a great perspective for me. You know, going up against guys, I felt like that was my first time D1. So I was like, there's more than this. Okay, I want to shoot for the best, and that's what I did.
NFL is a heavy passing league, so you want more DBs out there, and then like nickels, you got to be able to defend the pass and then be able to be in the run fit. So I say it's one of the best positions on defense.
How long did it take you to get comfortable reading out patterns on the fly?
I feel like I picked on pretty quickly. It comes with film study and preparation, so I feel like I picked up pretty quickly.